Hello once again, gamers, with more Final Fantasy XIV, and it's taken a grueling 10 levels, but we finally made it, and not a minute too soon, too. Hit level 60 on Paladin. I did a bit of gear changing beforehand. I hate the gear I'm wearing right now, but it's the strongest we've got, so I can't really complain. Anyways, before we start off, let me introduce my special guest. You know her, you love her. I can't seem to do a good live stream without her. It's CC Valentine.
Hello.
Alright, so when we last left off in the Paladin storyline, we had, well, here's what's been going on with the Paladin storyline in terms of Heavensward. We start off back at Old Da, where we met with Papashan, who had told us of Solxagil's last missive to him in terms of finding Oathkeeper. Now, Solxagil has been looking for Oathkeeper since the beginning. He finally led up to a group known as Death's Embrace, which are a pretty dangerous group of, well, bandits, thieves, and whatnot, and cutthroats. But Solxagil had been looking for them. Unfortunately, we had found out that Solxagil had died, leaving Constaint, who we met earlier in the quest line, pretty much by his lonesome. After which we pretty much have been pursuing Death's Embrace to to retrieve Oathkeeper, something that Solxagil had failed to do. We've been tailed by Death's Embrace on several occasions. We've brought him to justice on a couple of occasions, but we're still no closer to finding Oathkeeper. In the meantime, Genlanes also knows about Solxagil, and Constaint is left with a lot of confusion, because these attacks have not been, well, they haven't been well thought out. But we'll get to that. But anyway, we're gonna finish up the Heavensward Paladin storyline with the quest, This Little Sword of Mine. Terrible news, Chris. Hundred Eyes has been gravely wounded. There were wolves and he fought them off as best he could, but by the time the sentries came to his aid, I went to see him earlier, but he turned me away and bid me fetch you. For the life of me, I cannot imagine why. Alright, let's talk with the House Dender Leech, or the healer for this matter. I will do what I can to ease his suffering. Wolves. Swiven. Wolves. Reckon I've earned it. So, time to settle one last account. Go to Solxagil's grave. Dig it up. Take what you find and give it to the boy. Won't make up for what I did to my sworn brothers, but perhaps it'll go a ways towards redressing the balance. Course, what we've done to the boy ain't hardly defensible, no matter what he says. Okay, so to Solxagil's grave we go. Seeing as how Enigma left the game for a little while, I'm gonna leave the party. The grave of Soxagil the Loyal. Several fulms beneath the cold, hard earth, you find not a coffin, but a small chest containing a gallant surcoat. What have you done? But how can this be? Why would 100 Eyes lie to us? The bastards! I'll have answers from him! From them both! Come, we're going back to Falcon's Nest! Oh, Constaint is pissed, and rightly so. Who knows, maybe he'll become a Dark Knight next. Nah, doubt it. Oh, hey, Papashan's here too. We're too late. Jennings and I had grown worried that it has come to this. I'm sorry. There was nothing more to be done. Gods damn it all! We must have words, Constaint. I go to Landsgate. Look for me there. What was it all for? To Landsgate, huh? Landsgate is definitely far north. Oh yeah, we're going right outside. The entrance to the Sea of Clouds. Papashan knows something too, I bet. I bet you anything he knows a little more than he let on when he gave up. There they are. Alright, Papashan. Spill it, you rotten little potato. My comrade wishes to explain himself. I should have known. Why the lie, Soxagil? Was this all just some game to you? I had my reasons, as you will soon learn. That's a rather odd way of apologizing, Soxagil. I suggest you try again. I am sorry for deceiving you, Constaint. Faking your death? Constructing an elaborate scenario for me to find your armor? To be honest, I'm as astonished as I am offended. How could you have possibly orchestrated everything so perfectly? It doesn't matter how I did it. What matters is why I did it. Oathkeeper is but a sword constraint. True oaths are not forged in steel. They are sworn in the heart. To merely reclaim the sword will not suffice. It must be won by a worthy paladin. Only then will it, and our order, be restored to its former glory. I don't understand. Why not simply teach me the ways, as you said you would? A sultan may move a man. A master may instruct his pupil. But only when that pupil moves himself can he become a paladin. That said, I did not account for Chris's intervention. Master Papashan, as we discussed. Very well. Oh dear. The same thing is happening. The same thing that happened with me and Jenlin's happened with Papashan. Wait, what? Whoa, this is new. Soxagil is happy. I knew the fucker wasn't dead. The souls we paladins wield are embodiments of our will. In keeping to our oaths, they grow stronger, more dominant. In the presence of a particularly pure soul, others may be compelled to yield. But when two souls cannot reconcile, when one cannot establish dominance, it can spell disaster. That seems awfully inconvenient. Oh, you have no idea. As the discordance between two souls grows, the ether builds, and the souls grow unstable. Aye, their souls looked as though they were fit to burst with ether. Wait, you don't mean to say that their souls will be destroyed, do you? By the Fury! How do we stop it? You fight. Your souls demand it. You two cannot coexist as you are. One must rise above. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. We are paladins, defenders of the weak and needy. What madness is this that we must face each other in battle? But if there is truly no other way, I will not renounce my oaths. I will become the paladin I was destined to be. And if that means that we must fight, then so be it. Alright. Let's hope I can do this with the current gear I have on. Come, brother! There can be only one Chris Face me! Of course! I knew it wouldn't be easy! No! No! I will not yield! There can be only one. What is this, Highlander? A paladin must be without fear in the face of...
There's no reason to make more than one of these at the moment, so I'll just make one and throw it at you.
Am I truly so weak? No, Constaint. Nothing could be further from the truth. You fought with honor and purpose. Do not be ashamed. Sogsgil. Impressive. Truly impressive. Intrigue and deception that would put Lord Lolorito to shame. Genlins. Tell them the truth, Sogsgil. The whole truth. Figured it out, have you? Do you still have the soul I left for you at the 100 Throws? What? Oh, yes. Here. This soul once belonged to the first captain of the Sultan Sworn. The first paladin who wielded Oathkeeper. Once, it shone with a resplendent light, as did Oathkeeper. But now, both have lost their luster. Oh dear. I, sword, and everything I have done, that I have made you all do, has been for the sole purpose of making it shine once more. Of course. It's so simple. Wait. No, it's not. It's needlessly complicated. What of your soul? The one you gave to Chris when first you met? I yet have it, Sogsgil. Take it, and restore Oathkeeper's light with your own. Once a man has left the Sultan Sworn, he cannot return. My soul will no longer suffice. All I can do is show another the way, and ask that he do the same for his brothers and sisters. But he does not yet stand above all others. Not until he has bested me. Draw your sword, Chris. The time has come. I should have known it wouldn't be that easy. Come, Paladin! Show me the metal of your heart and the steel in your blade! Yes! Fight and struggle! Hold nothing back! Oh, it's a good thing I dodged that. Good, good. But it will not be enough. Have you the strength to overcome this? Not yet, Chris. We are not yet finished. A performance worthy of the Warrior of Light! Yes! Yes! Duty complete. Oh man, that... Need a drink. At long last, a paladin who can make it shine again. Behold, Oathkeeper, bestowed upon the first captain of the Sultan's Sworn, stolen under my watch by the minions of the Monetarists. For years I sought to reclaim it, to redeem myself for my failure. A paladin swears allegiance to the Sultanate. A paladin shall be the sword and shield of the Sultanate. A paladin defends the people of the realm. 30 years I aspired to those ideals. 30 years I tried to live up to the examples set by our founder, so revered that his very soul crystal would be set in Oathkeeper's pommel. For those legendary captains of Eld, the sword would shimmer with such brilliance that night would be as day. Yet for the 30 years I wore it, it shined for me but once. That was before it was taken from me, before I forswore my oaths so I could reclaim it. Chris, through all your trials and tribulations, you have remained true to yourself and to Eorzea. You continue to be an inspiration to us all. Come, take up Oathkeeper, raise it aloft, and let it shine forth as a beacon unto all. And of course, you were always my first choice, Chris. Constaint was incentive, motivation, though in the end he proved himself to be so much more. You're right, bastard, you know that? Doing all this just to make a bloody sword shine? Praise Halone that I found a proper mentor in Chris. Well, I may not be the chosen one, but I'm still a free paladin. That is the path I have chosen for myself, and on it I will stay. Well said for you to be so easily discouraged. Genlens, I leave matters here in your capable hands. You've done it again. You've done it again, Chris. Oathkeeper may not shine for me as it did for you, but perhaps in time it will. But even should it not, I will not lose heart, for a paladin's virtue is not in the radiance of his blade, but in the righteousness of his actions. By what we decide to do every day, we will be good men, or not. Soxagil, Oathkeeper is returned to the Sultan Sworn. Will you not return to us as well? As a friend and ally, perhaps, but not as a brother. Some bonds, once broken, cannot be mended. I thank you, Chris, for all you have done. How strange that we must turn to a free paladin, rather than one of our own, to show us the way. Yet I suppose it is not the first time, is it? Alright, let's talk to Constaint. So that's it then? You're leaving? Uldar beckons. And besides, I have nothing left to teach you. Then I wish you well on your journey, and pray that you find happiness there. I'm coming back, you know. There's an awful lot of work to be done in Falcon's Nest, and I did make a promise to 100 Eyes. Oh, then I shall see you when you return. We should head back too, Chris. Fine by me, I'm getting kind of sick of being here. Alright, we're back in... Let's do it. I'm still not quite sure what it was all for, but it seems to have ended well enough. I suppose you ought to get back to your grand adventures, and me to my paladining, or whatever it is you call it. Right then. It's been a pleasure, Chris. Oh, but I warn you, the next time we cross blades, I mean to win. Fare thee well. Well, you have kept your oaths and established dominance over your fellow paladins. This concludes the Paladin quest for Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. In order to undertake the next series of quests, you must first meet the following requirements. You must have a registered product key for Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood to your service account. You must have completed the main scenario quest, The Far Edge of Fate. Once you have done so, the next Paladin quest will be available from Genlins. With it, we've unlocked the achievement Like a Knight in Shining Armor. We've also been given the attack Royal Authority, which I'll show off right quick at Miss, seeing as how we have a training dummy there. So I'll show it off right quick before we... Yep, it delivers a nice little attack with a potency of 100. The combo potency, however, is 360, but it does its job. Anyway, now that we've done that, let's head to an actual save point, a safe point. For that, we will head back to Ul'dah. So, we've got one other piece to show off, and that is this Creed armor coffer that we received. We have received the Creed armor, which is the second the level 70, well, the level 60 Paladin gear. So, let's show it off, shall we? Well, unfortunately, it's weaker than the armor we have on now, but that doesn't mean we can't glamour the fuck out of this armor. First and foremost, let's show off our headgear and our sword and shield. So, first and foremost, we go to the headgear, where we have the antiquated Creed wings. Not bad, probably won't show it off for more than 5 seconds. For leg gear, we're gonna unequip our current hands and feet just to show it off. Glamour, cast glamour. We have the antiquated Creed cuisses. For the leg gear, we glamour it with the antiquated Creed sabatons. For arm gear, we have the antiquated Creed gauntlets. And last but not least, the chest gear. For that, we have the antiquated Creed cuirass. And let me tell you something, we look pretty damn good in it. I wonder if that can be dyed. Nope, okay. I don't mind it too much, seeing as how we're just going to progress with the storyline later, and, get some better gear, so that we're not, falling all over ourselves. But, we'll have to wait for that until next time, because that's gonna end this episode of Path of the Paladin, and complete our Heavensward Paladin storyline. When next we return with Paladin, we will be completing the Stormblood area, where it's going to be, from what I hear, it's going to be pretty fucking wild. But when next we meet, we will be progressing through the Heavensward storyline again with Tarl Cabot as we progress with the Path of the Monk. It's going to prove to be an awesome storyline, and I can attest to that because I've been through it with Chris. But anyways, that's it for this episode of Cruisnick's Purgatory. A special thank you to CC Valentine for joining us.
Yep, you're welcome.
And thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the show. As always, if you're watching this on Twitch or live with PlayStation and you like this show, feel free to hit the follow button below and be sure to turn on notifications. If you're watching this on YouTube and you like this video, feel free to hit the like button below and leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel by clicking here. Click here to watch more by me, and click here to watch the previous episode of Path of the Paladin. Until next time, Cruisnick X, signing out.